You sneaky. You're running as an outsider.
I am an outsider.
Is this true? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Come on. Come on. Really?
Do you smoke crack cocaine?
Exactly.
Let's give the people what they came for.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Mr. Prime Minister, will there always be a Canada?
There will always be a Canada.
All right, elbows up.
Elbows up.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
Ready? Are you ready? Get them out of here! Get them out of here! Get the hell out of here!
Enough with the woke shit.
So the answer to that is to stop being stupid.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Get your special sock out, nerds. It's gonna get good.
Is the federal government stealing from us? Are they sabotaging our industry? Are they taking us down the path to communism? Are they censoring us? Are they stealing our guns from us? Come on, let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Knockout!
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Fringe. Welcome, Friday Night Fringe. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be a wonderful show. We're going to talk about Tim Walz for a minute here tonight. A lot of rest in peace, Tim Walz. No, he's not gone, but as everybody knows, he's retarded. We're going to talk about that. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. As Patchlight says, it's time! Let's get it going. Let's get the stream running, folks. What a day. What a sad day on the channel. YouTube, I don't know what's going on.
Out to get you.
They have completely put the foot down on this channel. They have completely shut things down.
You did something right that they don't like.
We pissed them off.
Yeah.
And that's fine. We're going to do it live. Maybe it means more live streams. I don't know. But they definitely sent a message over the last week. Anytime we start climbing up with those subs, boom, they're gone.
You down.
They remove them right away. They shut the videos down. They don't like me very much. That's okay. Let's get a good old Friday night stream happening here. I hope you guys are enjoying your week. We got a lot to talk about tonight, folks. A lot of good things, actually.
Yeah.
People are worried about this whole court thing that happened today with APP. It's a nothing burger, and I'm going to clear the air for you. Don't forget to tune into the channel over the weekend. The greatest, or what is it, the most Albertan lawyer in Alberta, Keith Wilson, joined me this afternoon for a chat about what happened, and he's going to unmuddy the waters for you.
I love it.
Stick around this weekend. I've got that interview coming out tomorrow, and it really paves the road forward for prosperity in Alberta. In fact, people think this is the end. Oh man, is it not only the beginning, it's booming forward.
Very good news.
Let's get a roll call. I want to see everybody coming in from all over Canada and all over the United States. Let's go. Sean's joining us from Snowy Spruce. We got JP Alberta First coming in from Spruce Grove, Alberta as well. Never heard of it.
It is very snowy here.
It's a weird place. The Truth coming in from Edmonton, Alberta. Great to have you here. Who else do we have? Jancor joining us from Ottawa, Ontario. Delphine coming in from Fort Mac. Great to have you here. It's going to be a great show.
Mm-hmm.
NHL Crazy's coming in from Philly.
Wow.
Welcome in. Love our American viewers. You guys are wonderful. Badass Custom Cody's coming in from Cochrane. Welcome in. It's good to have you here. Mystical's joining us once again from Ohio. Carol and Gerald are joining us from Calgary. It's Mike. By the way, he's not a troll. Joining us from Calgary as well. We got Justin coming in from Port Williams, Nova Scotia. Sharon's joining us from Swift Current, Saskatchewan. Mystical's still on the roof. Need more ornaments, Bell.
It's on its way.
Listen, the ornaments, there's nothing I can do. But if you've got a...
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
There we go. Elaine coming in, or Eliane, I think, is coming in from Cochrane. Welcome in. Marika coming in from Woke Montreal, Canada. I'm not retarded. Welcome in. Or we should do that. Peter Griffin. Oh, I'm not retarded.
Yeah, there
Welcome
you
in.
go.
It's good to have you here. David Brewer coming in from Springfield, Missouri. The truth. That's the way it's going, baby. Alberta independence all the way. Lady Wolf coming in from Vegreville, Alberta. We got Mimo coming in from New Brunswick. Maple Kitty joining us from Edmonton. Guy Hodgins coming in from Medicine Hat. Welcome in. We got Sitkit. I'm going to say Skit. Coming in from Leduc. Welcome in. We got Sanjali coming in from Lethbridge, Alberta. We got I don't know what that is. Deviad. Coming in from Calgary, come in. We've got Back of the Bus coming in from Rocky Mountain House. A lot of Albertans in here tonight,
Love
folks.
it.
Classic Wizard coming in from Coppers Cove, Texas. I think I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, I'm sorry, but everything's here in Texas anyways. Welcome in. Wesley Snipes coming in from Lethbridge. We got Paul joining us from Labernaki, the NH USA. I don't know what that is. I don't know where that is.
Very cool.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
sorry. Welcome into the streams.
Cody.
I gotta get caught up.
Yeah.
I gotta get caught up.
I did see Kentucky, and I did see
Kentucky?
Arkansas and Dallas, and
Hey, you said it right. We got Arkansas in here.
no, I was get wrong. I was that tempted.
You guys are amazing. Hit that like button tonight. If we can hit 1,000 likes, why not? It's Christmas. I'll do a giveaway. How's that?
Let's do it in the spirit of the
Spirit
holidays.
of Christmas. Speaking of Christmas, folks, all memberships, all super chats, all merch purchases, all book purchases, everything done on the channel from now until I said I'd give a date all the way from now until the 19th of December. So 2 weeks left, folks. I will be taking every penny coming into this channel from you, the viewers, and donating it to our veterans in the spirit of Christmas to make sure they're taken care of. This year, I'd love to set a record tonight.
Oh, that would be.
We tried on Wednesday. It was a little quiet, but that's okay.
Because Miss Fringe wasn't here.
Miss Fringe wasn't here. I meant quiet in terms of viewers, but let's see if we can set a record tonight. If you love our veterans, folks,
Yes.
all super chats, all memberships, everything
But
that helps the
don't
channel.
feel like you have to.
Please don't feel like you have to.
Yeah.
It's for a good cause, but it's also a tough time of year.
It is a very tough time for a lot of people.
Let's get the ball rolling, shall we? Everybody's here for memes. We got to get to the memes.
Let's do it.
I've got some special things in the memes for you guys tonight.
I love it.
In the spirit of Christmas, we're going to get to that also. Let's get going. We got to talk about Tim Waltz.
Yep.
If you guys miss Tim Waltz, he's a little upset because people are driving around harassing him at his house. They're calling him names. It looks like Donald Trump and JD Vance paid him a little visit. Let's take a look.
Tim Walz is a big fat retard. Go home. Leave me alone. I'm not retarded. Wake up, retard, 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 retard.
I mean, AI's killing it, folks.
Oh, it is.
It's killing it.
That it is.
Badass Custom Coatings, $20. Another gift to our vets. Thank you so much for your contribution. We'll put that through. Speaking of that, Tim Waltz wasn't very happy about that meme. Let's take a look. What did Tim Waltz have to say?
You okay with the president calling our neighbors garbage? I'd never seen this before. People driving by my house and using the R word.
Tim Walz is a retard. Bye.
I mean, if you guys know where Tim Waltz is at, make sure to pay him a
I love
visit.
that Trump is in the front seat.
Letting you know what he thinks of Tim Waltz. It's a lot of video memes tonight, folks. Again, I got something special lined up for you. If you guys are in for the memes, stay tuned. We got some fun stuff coming. This isn't really a meme, but it was pretty neat. Mike Freedom Honey posted this. Detroit's RoboCop statue is finally here. It started as a 2011 joke. Philadelphia has Rocky. RoboCop would kick his ass and became a crowdfunded reality. So they've installed a RoboCop statue in Detroit. Like, how cool is that? Like, here they are actually putting it up. Like, I never thought you'd see anything like this ever. So, I mean, Rocky's an icon for Philly, but you talk about Detroit. First thing people think of is RoboCop, right? Isn't that awesome? Sucks 6,000. I don't think so. That's amazing. I love some RoboCop. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful.
Crowdfunded, that is unreal.
Crowdfunded as well, folks.
Yeah, that is
I think it's
unreal.
wonderful. Detroit does it better than anybody else. They got a wonderful statue of RoboCop. They'll put President Trump next to it. I think it's amazing. Of course, first comment, I'd buy that for $1. There you go. I love it. I absolutely love it. If you've watched RoboCop, you know the joke.
Yes.
If you missed the MOU, here it is for anybody to see if you haven't had a chance to read it over yet. I did feature this in today's video. But here's the pipeline MOU. Please ask EB and all engines before you do anything. Of course, they made sure to use the finest paper Mark Carney has to offer. Of course, it's toilet paper.
Like dollar store brand.
Dollar store brand, single ply TP.
Yeah.
Mark Carney.
Only the best.
Carney loves it when his finger pokes through when he's wiping. What else can I tell you? Speaking of Christmas, the spirit of Christmas.
I want this house.
This was OAO sent me this, and it's so amazing. So in our house every year, we kick off Christmas season. We decorate the tree. We get all the decorations out. And then we watch Die Hard. And Christmas season does not kick off in this house until Hans Gruber drops from Nakatomi Plaza. I don't know who made this house or where it is or where you get these inflatables.
Right?
But I want this house. Take a look. Take a look at this house. All set up for Christmas. This is truly Christmas. People say Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie.
Oh,
it is very much. Very much a Christmas movie.
In this house anyway.
In this house anyways. It's, yeah, John says it's awesome.
I love it.
I couldn't agree more. It is a Christmas movie. It takes place on Christmas Eve. How do you not make that a Christmas movie?
What's more Christmas than that?
What's more Christmas than terrorists? Right? This one's an oldie, but I wanted to show it because it's just so damn funny. Here's Elizabeth May getting ready to vote for Carney's budget. She's going to apologize for it a week later. And surprise, surprise, folks, she did this week. She put out a huge statement talking about how she shouldn't have done it. She shouldn't have signed anything. There's, oh, fool me once. Hey, Lizzie. There she is. She is the liquor. Elizabeth May showing you just how she prepares.
Leahy was awesome.
Just showing you how it is before she goes into the House of Commons to lay down a vote.
Nobody played a better drunk than he did.
My God, that's greasy.
Oh.
Get the like button hit, guys. 1,000 likes. We're doing a giveaway tonight.
I hit at 20.
I like this one. There's a lot of Christmas themes here.
Oh.
A lot of Christmas themes. If you guys know, if you jumble up the letters for Merry Christmas, of course, this person got creative. And instead of Peace on Earth and Merry Christmas, they wrote Creamy Shits. So I'd love to wish everybody here a Merry Creamy Shits. Let's take a look.
Son of mine. What does that say? What the hell is shits? Creamy shits? Oh. What does that say? Creamy shits? Creamy shits? Creamy shits? What does that say?
I mean, I think it's great. I think we need to get Merry Christmas decals for this house.
Yeah, the first thing you said was we need that. So
I'll get two packages. We need to get 2 packages so we can put Merry Creamy Shits.
Yes.
On our house. I think it'd be fabulous. One year my mom wanted to make signs that said, God bless us, just us. It's snugger than the other, but I like that. It's awesome. That is awesome. What else do we have here? Oh, Elon Musk. Elon got in on the memes this week. I love this one. I have to show IDs and identify themselves. Yeah, so should voters. I mean, this is where logic always wins over top of the left, ladies and gentlemen. If you ever want to lay down the left, you just logic every time 100% wins. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. I like this one. If Francois Philippe Champagne became Speaker of the House, the honorable leader of the opposition. Thank you, Mr. Squeaker. If you were ever to make a joke out of Champagne, aside from how small he is, and I can't make those jokes because I'm not the tallest person in the world, folks.
You can make those.
But
yeah. Oh, that's funny.
I think that's a funny one. That's a keeper. Pierre's been nailing it this week. I don't really cover a lot of Pierre on the channel because so many people say they're fed up with Pierre and they don't want to hear about him anymore. But I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what I put on this channel. People are fed up with what we do anyway. So
yeah, you're failing this week. It's been a hard week.
It doesn't really matter.
The full moon proves that.
Now, every year, folks, I try to roll out this video. It's always a tradition on this channel. I thought, you know what, we got enough to talk about this year. There's enough going on in the Christmas season. I've already dug into the barrel twice, so why not bring it out on stream?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you not only a meme, but the greatest meme ever crafted here at Unacceptable Fringe. One of my award-winning, best-selling memes. So for this year, folks, I should probably... Oh, wait, there was a super chat I should get out of the way first.
Oh.
Lori... 279. I'm so excited and can't wait to sign for a referendum. Me neither. Thank you so much for the super chat and for supporting our veterans. Ladies and gentlemen, go grab your popcorn, grab a drink, put your feet up, and enjoy our annual reading of how the Prime Minister stole freedom.
Old basement.
Let's go. Oh, a little nostalgia for you. It's on the old set. I know I'm wearing my offensive Christmas hat.
Sorry.
But here we go, folks. Let's take a look.
How the Prime Minister stole freedom. In the city of Ottawa, on Parliament Hill, the Canadian government debate and pass bills. Everyone in Canada liked freedom a lot, but the Prime Minister, who lived on the Hill, did not.
He hated it all, even the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Please don't ask why. We don't know the reason. There's no explanation that did it all, but maybe that his brain was 3 sizes too small.
He stood at his window looking down at the town, sipping his cardboard juice box, water bottle sort of thing with a frown. People kind, he muttered. They think they are free, but what they don't realize is they work for me. My accounts are in need of filling, and I have just the excuse I need. A new virus is spreading called COVID-19.
It turns out the virus was spreading very quick. The people were frightened and got very sick. The Prime Minister held a conference with every news station as he pitched his plan to the rest of the nation.
We need to adapt to a new set of rules. We will start by saying that we'll close the schools. Speaking moistly spreads germs, and since that's the case, we'll simply give you this mask to cover your face. Everything closes except big box stores. We really just need you all staying indoors. We need to keep everyone safe. This is not to be mean. Just stay in your house until we find a vaccine. The public obeyed and followed the rules until the government showed that they took them for fools. Some didn't wear masks during their conversations, and some even went on lavish vacations. For months, the feds handed out cash and donations, which triggered a bad thing that we call inflation.
The Prime Minister continued on his spending spree until Big Pharma announced a new COVID vaccine. He assembled his cabinet in a secretive meeting, but his colleagues gave him an unwelcome greeting.
Your leadership is tainted with elitist disgrace as you dance like a fool and dress up in blackface. Our polls are now dropping from lockdowns and fear. You need a new plan, and it needs to be clear.
Everyone be calm and please hear my pitch, for I'm about to make all of you rich. A vaccine's been announced, and now you will see everyone in the country will listen to me. We've locked them down tight from each other for ages, and I've carefully reduced their freedoms in stages. We'll tell them the science is right on our side, and to get their lives back, they simply comply. And how do you think the profits are driven? We own the patent for every jab given. And what will we do if they try to resist? We will label them all racist misogynists. And when they get their shot and think this is all done, we'll just shift the rules and up it by one. We can say that it's mutated 3 times a year and push boosters annually to drive up the fear.
The cabinet smiled as they all agreed the Prime Minister's plan was sure to succeed. The government pushed mandates with all of their might as people labeled each other and began to fight. Protests on both sides as to which side was right, all the hatred and division had no end in sight.
Food prices shot up as wages stayed low, and energy costs continued to grow. And housing it bubbled, students couldn't make rent, so they continued to live in their parents' basement. Many people were fired or took daily swabs for refusing the vaccine over their jobs, until one day the tide had started to turn. An assistant approached, looking very concerned.
Sir, the truckers are furious with mandates and rules. They claim that we are the ones that are fools. They say that we ignored their requests and their rights, and that they will continue to protest with no end in sight. They're driving their trucks here. They're already deployed, and some are now calling it a freedom convoy.
The Prime Minister sneered and laughed, deep in his throat. He composed himself, and then he started to glow.
My dear assistant, listen to me. These truckers are a small fringe minority. We can make them look awful. The people listen to me. We run this show, for I am science, you see. We'll make them look terrible. That, and they'll turn around, and no single protester will be left to be found. From coast to coast, the truckers drove through the snow, and their small fringe numbers continued to grow. Then one day a trucker appeared in the town, with thousands behind them from miles around.
They filled every street as a big honking team. As the Prime Minister claimed, I have COVID-19. I really must go. I'm infectious, you see, and spend a week under quarantine. For days, the Prime Minister hid in his home, but the truckers refused to leave him alone.
I simply don't get it. I don't get it a bit. The truckers won't leave. They continue to sit. They've blown bouncy houses and barbecues in the streets. Why won't they simply admit their defeat? Dance parties, horn honky as flags wave to and fro. These horrible truckers, they just have to go. As the day went on, it continued to grow as the Prime Minister cursed them and said to go home. But the truckers refused. They continued to stand for everyone's rights to return to the land.
Then one day, the Prime Minister answered back with aggression and held an emergency cabinet session. And if you asked the people in Parliament, they'd say that his brain shrunk 3 sizes that day. The protests must stop. They make me look bad, so I am invoking the Emergencies Act. Their voices and support continued to mount, so we'll pull their funding and freeze bank accounts. It's only for a short time, and I have a good reason. The people are supporting terrorism and treason. We will remove all the protesters with fines or by force, but only if they refuse to leave here, of course. Their numbers grow with each passing hour, so I'll bestow cops with increase in power.
The protesters stayed despite all their warnings until the hordes of police arrived the next morning. The police were told the force was approved before the police charged and started to move. They pushed people back, crushed old ladies with horses, and even shot tear gas at independent reporters. The Prime Minister smiled as he looked down on the town at the people fleeing and scurrying around. Their truck windows will be smashed and then towed away while we rack up impound charges and fines they can pay. And when this is done, the people will know that I am their freedom and I'm in control.
The truckers all left on foot or in cuffs as the police came in and took all their stuff. The Prime Minister was sure his plan would succeed. That is until Parliament began to proceed. The Prime Minister sat with a smug look on his face until the opposition stood and put him in his place.
Mr. Prime Minister, please listen to me. Our country isn't a dictatorship, it's a democracy. You cannot silence people for being too proud or waving their flags or being too loud. for standing in support of their fellow man, or telling them their freedom is going to be banned. So listen to me and make no mistake, their freedom was something you simply can't take. It isn't physical like a truck or a bus. Our freedom resides in each one of us. Our charter of rights and freedom stand true and cannot be undone, even by you. Your actions have caused us all great offense, so today I call for a vote of no confidence.
The Prime Minister jumped. "You can't do this to me." But the motion was granted and allowed to proceed. The votes came in and the Prime Minister was out, as he was escorted outside while he continued to shout. "Welcome back freedom for one and for all. Welcome back freedom for the tall and the small. Home of the true north, the strong and the free, and the red and white flag with a red maple leaf." I love this book. When I was asked to pick a great Canadian book to recommend, I was really stumped for a while. I read so many great Canadian books that I've loved, that picking one was going to be really, really difficult. Except when I realized that if I went back to the first Canadian book, first Canadian story that I really loved, How the Prime Minister Stole Freedom, came immediately to mind. And to see how well it aged, so funny and relevant still, and to know that a few years from now, my children will be reading and laughing of this Prime Minister, is for me what makes this a great Canadian book.
Hello, Derek. This is your friend, Elon. I just wanted to congratulate you on all your successes with the unacceptable Fringe. As you know, I read your first book, How the Prime Minister Stole Freedom, and all your other books, and I love your style. And, as you asked me, I called Jeff Bezos and he told me he made sure that everyone could buy your books easily on Amazon. I've also updated your website, unacceptablefringebooks.com, so people can buy your books there too. By the way, my aerospace specialists are still analyzing the feasibility of your project to send Justin Trudeau into the sun. I know you'd like it to happen quickly.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go into the sun.
Shut up. Go back in your cage. He never listens. Anyway, goodbye, my friend. Let me know if you need anything. You have my number.
Well, there you go, folks.
He's angry.
Oh, we can't play that. It's copyright. Look at the autoplay going in there. There you go. Early Christmas gift from the Fringe. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed that lengthy broadcast of How the Prime Minister Stole Freedom. I don't know if people know this. Anybody who's new to the channel, I'm a 7-time best-selling author. You can always find our books on Amazon. And again, yeah, I know people say they missed the commercials. All of those books are available, and all profits are going to our vets. So if you want to buy a great Christmas gift for any of your families, especially if they hate politics as much as you love them, go and grab your copies over on Amazon, folks. We got to get to a few honorable mentions that flowed in during that video. Rose coming through the $2.79 super chat. Good luck with the vote. I'm so jealous. Thank you so much. We're going to get into that tonight. Care Bear with a $20 super chat as well. Donation to our vets. Stay strong, everyone. Let's go on independence. We're moving forward. The ball's rolling, folks. Cyprus being a member for a month. Good evening. Thank you, Derek Claus, for that Christmas story. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Love that. Thank you.
Thank you. That was the start. You're so cathartic, says Jaguar. Thank you so much. That was how this channel became a channel. That was the start of everything. I had enough of the pandemic. I had enough of Trudeau. I stood with the truckers and decided, hey, you know what? Let's make fun of the Prime Minister. Maybe we'll sell 100 copies. Maybe we'll maybe somebody will say something to him.
Yeah.
Who knew that, 250,000 copies later we'd be sitting here spouting off on YouTube and actually pissing Justin Trudeau off.
Oh, that was the best. That was the best.
When he walked out of Parliament, it was the greatest day of my life. I saw somebody say, hey, give a copy to Pierre. Pierre has a copy. In fact, not only does he have a copy, he has all of my books. He has all of my books, and he also has signed copies from myself.
He does.
In his home. So yeah, Pierre's got him. He loves them. Justin with it becoming a member for 12 months. That was a fantastic read. Thank you. Not a problem. Thank you to everybody who helped me make that video. Yes. I have to say it each and every year. It was definitely moving mountains to try and get everybody together and get everybody's clips and making sure people were available. So huge thank you to everybody who contributed to that video once again. Carol becoming a member for 14 months. Love the Christmas story. How long did it take you to teach Trudeau how to read? Listen.
That's what AI is for.
Asking doesn't work very well, but waving the gun around sometimes gets results. That's all I'll say.
And the fact that you told 2 teachers that this week at the school teacher.
It's never easy, folks. Thank you so much to everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed that. There's Unacceptable Fringe's Christmas gift to our viewers. Thank you. Thank you for all your kind words, guys. It's really, I can't thank you enough. Let's get into what we got to talk about tonight. I know we never talk about Alberta.
No.
Right? We never talk about what's going on in Alberta.
So let's talk.
After the shenanigans that went on with the CBC, and again, I'm just as upset as the rest of you. I'm going to say something people aren't going to like, and that's okay.
Like you've never done that
Like
before.
we've never done that before. So I actually spoke with Matt before we did the stream on Wednesday. When we had this French article, we had it translated to English. No English audio or video at that point, and I discussed it with him and said, look, are we going to run this article? I told him before we were going to do anything, I would reach out to the Premier's office, at which time I did. I reached out to the Premier's office. Now, I did not get a hold of Sam, her press secretary. Instead, somebody else had replied and said that Danielle Smith's stance is that she stands for a sovereign Alberta within a united Canada.
Yep.
I asked them if there was any truth to the article that was posted. I'm willing to bet they didn't even look at the article
100%.
themselves. They just replied Danielle's response, cut and paste.
Yep.
So we ran the story. Jeff Rath had reached out to me.
Which was like a huge shock to everybody here, honestly. Like that's not what I was expecting from her.
It was a massive shock. Somebody's talking. So who cares? Free Alberta saying, did you see the court? I'm going to get to that.
Yes.
We're going to get to all that. So what does your shirt say? It says F it. You can get that, by the way, from Calendars That Curse.
Right?
They've got it on their site.
Love it.
Awesome shirt. So we ran the story because Jeff Rath had contacted me, and Jeff says, hey, we got to get out in front of this. Danielle's against us. The article's been out for a day and a half now. Nothing's happened. Like there's no retractions. There's no statements from the Premier's office.
Being talked about everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like, it was a shock.
She was trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
So Jason Levine reaches out, I guess, and asks the Premier's office what's going on. He got a hold of Sam, her press secretary, and he says, no, this isn't true. She didn't say this. They have CBC print a retraction. And of course, the day we have Jeff Rath on the channel to talk about it, everything goes to hell. Now, I will say that, yes, it did come from CBC, French CBC, and probably should have been scrupulized. But here's the problem we run into. I don't even want to go over the semantics of it. I just want to have everybody understand where we're going with this and why it's so difficult to run this channel. Because there were people mouth breathing, foaming at the mouth.
Yep.
To come after me as soon as everything launched today. Hey, Fringe, I bet you have egg on your face for what you said about Danielle. Look, I don't trust politicians.
No, and you've said that many times before.
But here's the problem, and let me lay this scenario in front of you guys. If I didn't run the article on Wednesday, if I didn't say anything about the article while it's trending on Twitter, while everybody's asking about it in the chat, saying, did you see Danielle did a French interview today? Everyone would say, oh, look at Derek, he's shilling for Danielle. He's brown-nosing Danielle Smith. He's towing the line for Danielle again. He's protecting his buddy. And if there was no retraction, immediately I get blasted and labeled a shill for covering Danielle.
It doesn't matter what you do. You're upsetting somebody.
Or we run the story and there's a retraction. And I'm told, you should have checked your sources. You should have double-checked everything. We did.
Yes, exactly. You did.
We did.
You messaged her people and they came back with exactly what she said.
With not a yes or no, but as she stands for United Canada within a sovereign Alberta. So we ran the story. So what I will tell you, folks, is the same thing I've said from day one. There are going to be stories that come out between now and the independence vote that are going to ripple the world. There's going to be trending talks on Twitter. I talked to Keith Wilson about it today, and I said to him too, it's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. If I put the story out, everybody's mad and they tell me to check my sources. If I don't put the story out, I'm a shill and I'm brown-nosing Danielle Smith. There's no way to win here, folks. What my job is on this channel No, you can't please everyone. Sherry's got it perfect.
Never.
So what I try to do on this channel is information comes through. I do my best to verify it. We put it out there. If we got to correct it later, we correct it. Now, I never said in that, and I'm not trying to throw Jeff under the bus here either.
No.
But I didn't say in that interview I'm against Danielle. I said it's very disturbing if this is the case. But the first question I asked Jeff in that interview, why would Danielle put in Bill 54? Why would Danielle set the groundwork for independence just to shoot herself in the foot and turn away from
Well, and that was what
her base?
Was so shocking was that she was helping in every way for us to get the steps we needed for this referendum, and then completely backed against it. It was just so backwards.
It's this French radio site, and it's CBC. Of course, they're going to jumble things up and try to push their narratives.
But that nobody checked it before it went out. That nobody jumped on it.
So that was the problem I had when
until
Jason
people
Levine
got upset.
Well, Jason Levine got his answer, and this is not a pick at Jason Levine.
No.
I'm very happy he got that.
Yes.
But what happens is Jason Levine contacts them and says, hey, what's going on here? And they go, well, this isn't true. And that was the statement I made in my video and also on Twitter is, how is it that she's trending on Twitter for an entire day, a whole work day? Everybody's calling her out. This article's getting shared all over the place.
Nobody stops it.
Theo Fleury retweets it. Keith Wilson retweets it. Rise of Alberta retweets it. I retweet it. Jeff Rath is going to war with Danielle on Twitter over it.
Yep.
And you can tell me that no one in Danielle's camp, not a single person, noticed this story until Jason Levine contacted their office. I'm sorry, but what that tells me is that there is incompetence in her office, if that's the case. I said it on the video. I do their job better than them, and I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah.
They need to be on the ball for that stuff. I'm happy it wasn't true. I'm happy Danielle still appears to be on our side with Bill 14, and we're going to get into that. But I still don't trust politicians.
No.
And when things happen, we have to question. I will still question them.
But everybody comes on in your comments and stuff and is mad. But all you're here to do is give out the facts and give out the information that people need. And then they're mad at you for it, thinking that you're picking sides.
People are going to be mad either way. And the trolls are going to come out in full force.
But you're not picking sides.
All this has done is really pushed me out of the comment section. All I want to do is engage.
You've gotten a lot of hate this week.
We can't, well, it's not just hate. People are allowed to be angry.
Oh, of
it's
course.
a very emotional thing, and I'm not faulting anybody. I had somebody reach out in the comments saying, I thought you'd do better than this. It's a CBC article. I asked the Premier's office for clarification.
Yes. It wasn't that you just ran with just the article. No, of course you didn't.
No, we learned after the goalpost thing that, hey, we got to take the emotion out and we got to check our sources.
Yeah.
And according to them, they just gave us that statement. Okay, well, they're not talking about it. They told me where she stands. This is where we move forward.
Yeah.
So what we're seeing here is the PSYOP in real time, folks. They're going to use channels like this. They're going to use channels like John Bolton or PJ the Belt or anybody else who's covering independence to try and put out these bait articles to get us on the hook so that we start throwing off the independence racket. So that we start... There was a hit piece put out about them. I think I've got that queued up. We'll talk about that tonight. And it was put out on APP. The federal government doesn't want to give up their golden goose.
Absolutely not. And they'll do anything they can to sabotage it.
We are at war. This is a social media, full-blown war.
And this is just the beginning. Like, it is going to get so far worse.
When I met with Danielle in her office, and I even said to Tiffany yesterday, taking that photo and meeting with her was the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
It was an amazing opportunity.
Even though I love Danielle, we're adults. We can do with each other, but still, I commend her for everything she's done for this province and still continues to do for this province.
We wouldn't have gotten that from anybody else.
But this is the problem when you go to meet with these people, is that everyone says, well, you're a shill. Now you're towing the line for them. And Danielle knows that I'm not bought and paid for. Nobody. She had Mark Nixon in the legislature this week. She had Berta Proud Dad in there this week. Like what she's wanting to do and what she expressed to me when I was in her office was, I want to get a better relationship with social media creators so that we have a network and can go to the Premier or somebody direct to her when we need these things answered.
You've also made it very clear to her and to everybody that you stand with Alberta. You stand with independence, not
Independence is the goal. So if we have to correct information, folks, please understand. I'm trying my best. I'm one guy. I'm doing as much digging as I can before we run things. If we have to clear them up, we clear them up.
Yes.
But there's going to be a lot of that, and it's out and beyond my control. If I leave it too long, people will say, hey, you're late to the party.
They want you to screw up.
Why aren't you giving us the information?
They want the mess.
But if we hammer the information out, it's a catch-22.
Oh, it is.
Double-edged sword, folks. I'll take the physical beatings or the verbal beatings online. I don't mind that.
Because you either do it right away, and then you have to retract, or you do it late and nobody's watching
But just understand, and we'll start using words like take it with a grain of salt.
Yes.
Or this was confirmed here or there. We'll start putting things in to start making sure that all the bases are covered, folks. But there was no intention
absolutely not.
for anybody to get the feeling that hey, we're going on full balls to the wall on Danielle Smith. I understand Jeff Rath's stance.
Yeah.
But I'm not a gatekeeper, and I'm not going to stop Jeff from coming on the channel.
Absolutely
I think
not. And,
his voice is important.
Just like any other person, you don't agree with 100% of what everybody says.
We're giving you guys the tools to decide, do you want independence or do you want something else?
Yeah, just getting all the information out there. That's what everybody wants.
We don't want to influence anybody.
No,
I don't want anybody
what to
thinking
think or
how they have to go, but independence is the way forward.
But you want the information. So
Dutchie. $140 super chat. Thank you so much. Merry Independent Alberta Christmas Fringers.
Thank you.
So generous for our veterans. Thank you. Very much appreciated. JP Alberta First, $5. Don't forget, May 1st, 2020, first order in council banning 1,500 guns. Oh, and coffee as well. There you go. Thank you so much for the super chat. Madgeflip, $7 super chat. So happy y'all are getting a vote for independence. USA loves Alberta. Thank you. Thank you so much and we love USA. Thank you for the super chat. Hate Machine, Matt chiming in $2 super chat. Only thing worse than CBC is the French CBC. I couldn't agree more.
That's Matt? Okay.
Carson, $5 super chat. 750 thumbs up for free memberships. Dutchie, you are so generous. The whole community is. You guys are amazing.
Yes,
thank you.
So
Let's get those 750 thumbs. If we get 1,000, we're doing a giveaway, folks. 750 free memberships. So if you want free memberships, get those in at the very least. Fuzzy Wrinkle becoming a new member
I
of the
like
Patriots
that
Club.
name,
Thank you so
Fuzzy
much.
Wrinkle.
Again, the free memberships, folks, will be going to our veterans. So if you love our vets, it costs you nothing. Hit the like button down below. Let's get to 750 likes. So let's talk about independence now that all of that air is cleared. There is no me versus them. There's no I hate Danielle. I like Danielle. It's look, I like what Danielle's going for. I commend her for her efforts.
Yes.
Sometimes I disagree with her policies, but as Keith Wilson says in tomorrow's interview, we can all have differing opinions and be adults and talk about things and still not hate each other at the end of the day.
It is possible. I know it's hard, but
it's hard to believe. What do they say about me or heroes? You know what? Usually I would agree with that, but Danielle is not that. And that's where, look, when we went into her office, premier mode was shut off. This was just Danielle Smith as a person, us as people.
Amazing.
And we had a very productive conversation.
Yeah. I was more worried about what our son
what
was
our kids were doing, if they were going to be breaking anything. But I will tell you this, folks. When you talk to her outside of the Canada Unity garbage.
And you have had a few conversations with her and...
Well, where we've disagreed.
Of course.
But she lays out her opinion, I lay out mine, and we just agree to disagree.
The whole point of that is you're adults and you okay.
There are some things that were off the record that I couldn't tell people and still can't because I respect Danielle's wishes to that. But what I will tell you is that we had about a half hour in there and we walked in. The first thing she asked was, I keep missing your shows. How often do you broadcast? And we gave her the broadcast schedule.
I mean, what? She acts like she's a busy woman.
Like she should make time for the Fringe. We sat down. We discussed, the first thing was we talked about the Peterson Law.
Yep.
We talked about how important the Peterson Law was for free speech. I asked her about Bill C-9, about what that means for Alberta. Yep. She said she was still going through a lot of what C-9 was going to be, and until it was drafted in its final reading, she wasn't going to be able to do much with it or know how Alberta moves forward, but reassured me that she can't really control what the CRTC does with YouTubes or anything like that, but she did assure me that Albertans would be protected.
Not this week, apparently.
We then talked about our kids, while my kids were trying to play with her amazing chess set that was in the office.
Very cool.
But we talked about, I thanked her twice for using the non-disclosure, or not non-disclosure, sorry. I thanked her for sending the teachers back to work. I don't know why it's slipping my mind. But I thanked her for using, I know somebody's going to put it in the chat any second. I thanked her for sending my kids back to school.
Of course, yeah.
I thanked her for the notwithstanding clause.
There you go.
I got it before it was in the chat.
It was not something.
I don't know why I'm drawing a blank tonight, folks. There's so many things on my mind. 2 videos got pulled today. Like, it's been a crazy day. I thanked her for using the notwithstanding clause to protect my kids.
Yep.
I thanked her for using it twice.
Yeah.
She then wanted to get to know my kids. She asked my kids about their schools, how we're enjoying Spruce Grove. We had a good conversation about that. Then we moved on to independence. And I will give you guys the entire discussion of independence. I had Danielle your guys' letters that you wrote me. Yes. I told her where I stood on independence because she had seen my speech at the rally, and she said she got a pretty good idea of where I stand on independence from that. She asked me to be patient for the AGM to see that Danielle was still standing up for our rights in Alberta. Now, when she says that, I thought she was going to talk about a pension plan or anything else, but when we did that video talking about all the things that went through, Castle Law, no-fault car insurance going away, the pension plan, the RCMP being replaced, all of these things are showing the building blocks for the foundations for Alberta's independence.
Yep.
But even though that meeting went the way it did, I still stick to what I say all the time, folks. We need to let Danielle do her job, no matter what she says, no matter what she does, no matter where she stands. And I said the same thing to Jeff yesterday. Our job now, especially more than ever with what we have to talk about tonight, is to get the vote. That is our job now. The ball is in our court. This must be citizen-driven. And after what happened with Bill 14, I am very convinced that not only are we getting a referendum, I mean, Keith basically laid it out, it is happening one way or another. We're getting the vote, which he predicts for fall of 2026. But I think we're going to win. I think we can win. I think we have the time to win. If you don't want independence, if you don't want to see a free, fair Alberta, folks, don't come. Okay? Don't come here.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
All right, so let's get into what's going on in Alberta and why we got to be vigilant more than ever. When we look at what's happening with the recalls, there are now 19 active recalls in Alberta. Good news. People are starting to fight fire with fire. One of the recalls is an NDP. So people have had enough of these bogus recalls going on. There's now 19 recalls. One of them, so here's the recall petitions that have been approved for UCP MLAs, Peter Singh, Tanya Furr, and Adriana LaGrange, along with NDP MLA, Amanda Chapman. So they have all been recalled now. Here's the picture for you up in what's necessary. Total number of votes cast in the most recent election for Amanda Chapman is 20,820. The number required signatures for a successful petition, 12,492. For Peter Singh, he only needs 8,593 signatures to recall his UCP seat. Tanya Furr only needs 13,051 to recall for that. Adriana LaGrange needs 11,174 to recall her seat. So these are very low numbers. In order, and this is where the government keeps saying this is an abuse of our electoral system. This isn't the way the recall legislation was supposed to be used. I can tell you that last weekend at the AGM, I was present when Mitch Sylvester was talking to Danielle, and the advice he gave her, and keep in mind, folks, APP still wants to work alongside the UCP and Danielle. They honored Mitch with an award at the AGM. So anybody who thinks that APP, because of Jeff Rath or anything, hates Danielle Smith, they all talk to each other. Danielle follows APP on Twitter. APP follows her. He told Danielle, remove the recall legislation, we're standing behind you, you'll win an election. He says you need to shut this down.
Yeah.
Now, what ridings are those in? It doesn't say what ridings those are in on this. I should have probably pulled that up. I'm sorry. Derek's asking about the ridings.
Yeah, sort.
I should have pulled that up. I'll do a video on that and we'll pull up the ridings.
Yeah.
How's that? I'll do a video over the weekend for you guys. We'll pull up the ridings. Mitch made it very clear to Danielle Smith, you need to call this legislation off. Put an end to the recalls, because he said the last thing we need is an election with NDPs dethroning people and pulling them off the seats. We need to get to independence.
Yes.
So
This
that
is
discussion,
just a ploy, a distraction.
that discussion has taken place. So 19 recalls are going on. But one good thing that's happened, and this is where we're going to get into it, is Bill 14. Keith Wilson will be on the channel again for anybody who's coming into the stream late. Tomorrow, I will launch that video in the morning, 10 a.m. Alberta time. So 9 p.m. Pacific, or 9 a.m. Pacific. No, not 9 p.m.
Oh, that's crazy.
9 a.m. Pacific, which is, 11 a.m. Central. I'll launch that video for you guys. Here's Keith tweeting out today about Bill 14. I'm sorry I'm kind of moving through it quickly, folks. I just want to make sure all the bases are covered tonight. Today's court ruling doesn't affect Alberta's independent path or the government's power to call a referendum. It dealt solely with wording issues in the Citizen Initiative Act already fixed in Bill 14. So one of the reasons Keith is coming on the channel is a lot of people were confused with this. Does this mean APP... Oh, hang on, I brought it back in. Does this mean APP's question is squashed? Does this mean we can't move forward with independence? Does this mean independence is dead? No, in fact, independence is moving further and faster than it's ever gone before. The numbers are surging with APP. Here's how it's going to work with their petition, because I've already seen people asking, when can we get signatures?
Yep.
APP will have to resubmit their question to the province, and now because of Bill 14, it cannot be held up in the courts. After 30 days, they can submit that, get the approval, and start collecting signatures. So Keith figures that by the end of January, we'll start, in or around the end of January, we'll be able to start collecting signatures in the new year. Now, what's going to be very telling, and one thing that we talk about in our interview tomorrow, is it's going to be interesting to see what APP's signature numbers are compared to Tom Lakasik, because we know some people signed that petition just to get to a vote. So it'll be interesting to see how many votes APP can acquire and how fast they can acquire them. But as soon as we're able to get those votes, folks, as soon as we're able to get the signatures for the referendum, what you're going to see is, again, the mainstream media coming out full force, because let's say, for example, APP on a Monday says, let's launch our signatures. They have 20,000 canvassers across Alberta that are volunteering to help get those signatures in the signature drive.
Yep.
So let's say in the first week, APP sees 250,000 signatures. Immediately, you're going to see news outlets talking about separatists in Alberta and how their fringe numbers are growing. You're going to see Ottawa starting to talk about, hey, yeah, Alberta's talking about this, they're doing something, we're not going to have any part of that. You're going to start seeing Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives attacking Alberta, because if Alberta goes, folks, they're losing their seats. The Conservative Party is basically, like, people keep saying that if Quebec separates, it would actually balance the House of Commons, because you wouldn't have the Bloc in there anymore. If Alberta leaves, the Conservatives are squashed. How do they move forward? The attacks are going to come from all angles, folks. We have to be prepared for that. And again, I understand, like this CBC article, sometimes wires are going to get crossed, but I will do my best to make sure you're getting the best information possible. I give you my solemn pledge. There's no indoctrination on this channel. I'm not trying to lead you one direction or the other. I just want people to have all the tools in their arsenal when it comes time to vote for independence. I'm going to pause to get a few honorable mentions out of the way, and then we'll get back to it. PN Woods, $10 super chat. Thank you for supporting our veterans. Maple Kitty with a $7 super chat. Like Corey Morgan said, doesn't matter what side Danny is on. She has one vote, just like the rest of us.
Yes.
And that's what we have to focus on, folks. There's going to be so many times people are coming out, Jeff, others saying, look what Dan's doing now. Look what Danny's doing over here. Look what she said. It doesn't matter.
Everything is a distraction at this point. They want to separate everybody just so that they don't get the vote. But
Maple Kitty says, yep, and new phone messages are not garbled. Yay.
Yay.
I'm not sure what that means, but thank you for the $2.79 super chat. Lulu Bell with the $7 super chat. Sumi Do, like the UCP, is pulling this out of the Liberal court's hands. Not sure what that means. Again, thank you for supporting our veterans. Thank you for the super chat. Let's get to talking about what happened with Bill 14. Bill 14 essentially came out while the courts were shooting down APP. So if Bill 14, and this is where, again, people who say, I don't trust the UCP, I don't trust what's going on, with Bill 14 hitting last night, had Bill 14 have not been re-amended, APP would have gone to court today, and the judge would have dismissed their application, meaning the only question on a referendum we would have at this point is Tom Lukaszik's. That would have been dead in the water. So if you have anybody to thank for APP getting their signatures, for being allowed to get their signatures, thank the UCP for putting through Bill 14.
Yep.
What Bill 14 re-amends is two sections of the bill that basically say, hey, look, in crayon, and Keith spells it out for you guys more in detail tomorrow. But if I was to put it in crayon, it basically says the UCP went to the courts and said, hey, this isn't what we put the Bill 54 in for. It wasn't to have things held up in the courts. It's not for the courts. It's for the Legislative Assembly to decide. So we're amending the bills and shutting this down so that people can submit their referendums, get their signatures, and move forward without the courts essentially interfering in the process. It protects those who want to hold referendums. Not just on independence, by the way.
Yep.
What happened in the court today is a nothing burger. The judge shot it down, declined the application, and then put a bunch of reasons on there saying why independence can't move forward, how it violates constitutional rights, how it violates the Charter of Rights. Quebec did it, and Keith even says, if you look at Quebec's question in the 90s, like, it was very distorted. It wasn't as clear as APP's was. This was nothing more than politics entering into the courtroom.
Yeah.
It was, we don't want to give you the right to garner signatures because we don't agree with it.
No, it's just stopping it where they can.
It's all, rogue judges. There you go. Rex has it right there. Rogue judges suck. That's exactly what it is.
They'll do whatever they can, when they can, to stop this.
Can I start a referendum that I'm not a troll? If you can garner the signatures, Mike, I will happily accept your referendum.
I'll sign for you, Mike. I'll be the first signature on there.
But one thing, Rise of Alberta tweeted out, and this is the question everybody should be asking when we go to educating over the next 6 months now or so, the next 3.5 as we're garnering signatures, but the next 6.5 before we get to a referendum is the best question. That if you were try to sell somebody, you don't have to give them the value of freedom. You should ask them to read that document over on APP's website. Here we go. If Alberta were already independent, would you vote in favor of joining Canada if given the option?
Oh.
So based on our current state in Canada, would you vote to join them based on the way things are and have been for the last 10 years?
Nope.
This is the winning question. Because anybody who wants to tell you at this point, well, I would because I'm patriotic to the flag. Well, that's not a reason.
No. Because you're in independent Alberta. Why would you want to join Canada, given what is going on with the government?
It's the best bloody question you could ask.
If things were reversed, what would you choose?
It's kind of the difference between an open or a closed question. If you don't know what that is, an open question is why is sky blue? Somebody could give you a very detailed answer to that. Whereas if you say, do you believe in hell? Yes or no? That's a closed-ended question. So this kind of leaves it as a closed-ended question versus open with, do you all agree that Alberta will cease to be no longer be a country? Or no, that's a closed question. When you're asking other people, do you think Alberta should cease to be a part of Canada? Then you're going to have people giving you these long, in-depth explanations. Well, no, because I want to make sure we stay in Canada. Our time in Canada is important. Everything we do as a country is important. Our trade is important. They're going to give you all these explanations. When all you have to ask them is, if we were independent right now and we kept the billions of dollars that would be left in Alberta as a province, would you sign on a referendum tomorrow to join Canada in its current state, or its state over the last years, given its economics? That's what this all boils down to, folks. Jobs and economy.
And getting away from the crappy government.
But that's the question. Would you vote to join Canada? Absolutely not.
No.
That makes it so much easier to educate, folks. I hope... See, here it comes. Is Danielle bad now? This is clearly...
You make that decision yourself?
Mike, if these people keep this up, put them on a timeout. Clearly, go back and watch the stream if you didn't get the explanation from her. This is why I said, folks, I've been chased out of the comment section. I just don't read the graffiti anymore. I'm going to post my videos and walk away. This is where you can talk to me.
We're just giving out the information. You make that decision.
And it really upsets me because I'll tell you one thing, folks. I almost sounded like Don Cherry there. Let me tell you something, folks. Here's the thing. I had a viewer come up to me once and tell me that the only reason that they followed the channel, that they subscribed to the channel, or even became a member of this channel was because I answered their comments. And they said, nobody does that anymore in their comment section. They're not even in there. They're not liking my comments. I can't do it anymore.
No.
There's too many things to handle in a day as I'm scrolling for news, as I'm looking to verify my sources and bring everything out, that all of a sudden all of this emotional baggage gets tacked on.
It has been a very tough week.
I understand that people are frustrated and upset. But if you want to talk to me, folks, this is where to do it. I will be out of the comment section from here on forward. I hope people understand that. It's just too stressful. It's like hanging out on Twitter all day. It's so toxic. I just can't do it. And it's not because it hurts my feelings. It's because all I want to do is engage. Engage, engage, engage. It's not helping us. We're spinning our tires. Let's get forward with other things.
698 on the likes. Let's get them going. That is awesome.
So the good news with Bill 14 is that we're getting the independence vote. APP is resubmitting their question, and it will get approved. And they're going to start getting signatures in the new year, probably around the end of January. Again, I'll keep you guys updated as soon as we know a date. They're going to start collecting signatures. Where you can go to sign, I'll frequently have updates on that, folks. Rest assured. Scott Hayes, glad for Bill 14. The judge seems set on keeping the status quo from day one. Now Albertans can move forward towards the independence referendum. This is the best thing about it. So anybody saying that the UCP, I'm not even going to say Danielle, the UCP didn't have their backs on this. Without their amendment to Bill 14, independence right now would be dead. We'd be leaning on Tom Lukaszik's petition to push a referendum question. Now, for anybody who's worried about, is it going to be a single question referendum ballot? I talked to Keith about that in tomorrow's interview as well, because he is a lawyer. He's a constitutional lawyer. If I was ever in trouble, Keith is probably one of the first people I'd call. He's probably one of the first people that would hang up.
Yeah.
But because he knows if I'm calling him in trouble, it's nothing he wants to touch.
Nope.
However, I respect Keith so greatly that I take his word over a politician's as law. No pun intended. But I asked him, does this need to be a single question ballot? He said, absolutely not. When we went to the AGM, anybody who voted at the AGM can verify. We had multiple ballots to figure out or to fill in when it came to the board members for the AGM, for the UCP board. Different colored ballots. He says, I think we can get past preschool where there's different colored ballots going into different colored boxes. They may ask you, do you want a pension plan? Do you want a police force? He says they'll have to ask those questions because what if the independence vote fails? We still need to know where Albertans stand.
Yeah.
right? Danielle has been very specific, and he said the same thing to me after the interview, that if she is given another mandate, she pledges, just like Mark Carney's MOU, it doesn't mean anything until it happens, but she has given us some form of a pledge that if it's a new mandate, they will switch tracks. So let's just ride on that in the future. I don't care what she says from here till there. Let's get our vote and see what happens. Because I'll tell you right now, folks, if she pulled a Jason Kenney, if we got the vote and it went through successful, then they started hemming and hawing and saying, oh, well, maybe we're not going to do anything with this, or maybe we'll use it as a bargaining chip with the federal government, people would revolt.
Oh, yeah.
And Keith Wilson lays it out very well again in the interview. Politicians follow what people want, what they say. If they want to keep their jobs, they have to.
And Danielle's always said that she would follow what Albertans wanted.
She would follow what Albertans wanted, but what Keith says makes a good point, that if Danielle wants to keep her job and we vote in favor of independence, if she wants to be a part of the new Alberta, she has to get on board. If she goes against it, we revolt, and she loses her job anyways.
Yeah.
You would see the party split. You would see the party crumble. The NDP would get in power. We don't want that. The UCP doesn't want that. It would be either get in line or lose your job. Keith lays it out brilliantly. Again, watch that interview in full tomorrow. I really hate it when those videos launch and it's like a 30-minute interview, and within the first 30 seconds of the video dropping, somebody comments, well, you didn't talk about this or that. And it's like, you didn't even watch the video. Come on. Jancor, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Tiff, you are bellissimo.
Thank you.
Scott, we got that one. Maple Kitty, we got that one. Pseudonym, $2 super chat. I'm a sixth-generation Canadian United Empire loyalist. There is nothing left in Canada that makes me proud anymore. It's time to separate. That's kind of the sentiment Keith said today as well. Keith kind of laid it out that I don't think, like, he says, when you look at the AGM and you look at the boos that came, it was whenever Danielle was talking about Canada working. It was about making Canada work. He says, we don't want Canada to work. We're ready for that divorce. It's people weren't booing Danielle. They were booing the idea of a united Canada. They don't want that. And that proves in line with when Jeff Rath said, everybody stand up and cheer if you want independence.
Yeah, but if you're only taking things a piece at a time, you could twist it however way you want it. And that's really what they were doing.
How did Alberta get so many Libs and NDP people? Well, I'll explain it.
Oh.
If you want to know about the Edmonton area, why it votes orange, it's a lot of nurses, it's teachers, it's union work that are in line with NDP practices, QP, all those folks. They're all in and around Edmonton. You've got a lot of government employees that follow left-wing political ideals that work in that area as well. They typically vote for other parties than the Conservatives. You've also got a lot of people that are moving from places like Ontario, Quebec, etc.
I'm seeing so many out-of-province license plates, like
more they're all over the place
every day.
But we're seeing them, and either people are moving here because they're fed up with the way things are, or they're moving here kind of like, you know, all the morons did from California to Texas to try and shift the balance of votes.
Sway the vote.
Time will tell. We'll see again when APP starts collecting their signatures. Again, folks, the key to that, we already know they're going to get the signatures. The key is how fast and how many are they going to get. That's going to be very telling.
When it comes to voting day, going out and doing it is so important.
And the benefit to that also, folks, is that once they have their signatures, it lays the groundwork for how many more people do we need to get on board in order for this to succeed. It gives them a heading. That's all we've been looking for from day one.
There'll be a big push for this.
So when people are saying, hey, let's just get the vote, let's just get a referendum, let's do it before March, you got to do it now before Kuzma's done, all these other things. I understand the urgency.
Oh, yeah.
I totally understand the urgency. But if we rush it, folks, it fails. APP needs to know the numbers, the math, and the road ahead.
Yep.
They've got a lot of volunteers, a lot of smart people over there with APP. They're wonderful people, by the way. I like Mitch. I still like Jeff Rath. He's wonderful. I talk to Jeff quite a bit.
Yeah.
Anytime Jeff calls, it starts off with one basic closed question, and it turns into a 2-hour discussion.
He's awesome.
He's fun to listen to. Dangerous to bring on the channel sometimes because some people don't want to hear it. But again, I'm not going to gatekeep. I'm going to allow people to hear all aspects of what's going on so people can decide for themselves. Rob with a $2 super chat. Can anybody give a good reason to stay in Canada? Nope. Thank you so much for supporting our veterans. Raging Against the Machine, $5 super chat. Thank you again as well. Our anger is not chaos, it is clarity. Our passion is not weakness, it's power. And our determination is not fading, it's rising. So well said.
Love that.
Absolutely love it. We've also got Dutchie coming in again for the vets.
Thank
$70
you so
super chat.
much.
Dutchie. Oh, Dutchie's better half.
It's the girlfriend.
It's Dutchie's better half 6'9", better than 6'7", right? How many? Oh, those kids yelling that all the time. Can't do it. Dutchie's better half. Thank you for contributing to our vets.
Thank you.
You guys are so generous. You and Dutchie are both so generous. By the way, huge shout out to them. Dutchie, you've contributed so much to this channel. I don't know if you guys missed it last week when we did our end of the month draw. Dutchie won the draw, and Dutchie, you've contributed so much to our vets, not just to this channel, but to our vets. Dutchie's better half, send me a second email. I've ordered your hoodie. Send me a second email. They haven't shipped it yet. I'm going to get your better half a shirt as well, anything from the shop. Have her pick something out in her size. Email me at unacceptablefringeyt@gmail.com, and let me get you guys set up. I appreciate everything you've done for our vets. We'll still do a giveaway at 1,000 likes tonight, folks. But Dutchie, I'm going to do that. Thank you for supporting our vets. I really sincerely appreciate it. We got Maple Kitty with a $2.79 super chat. APP needs volunteers. They do. You can sign up on their site if you haven't already. Go over to APP and register if you want to help signatures in the new year. Again, the weather's going to be tough for people. But hey, if we get more numbers than Lukaszuk, he did it during the summer, folks. We're going to put him to shame.
Oh, yeah.
Evie's Wiper. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. $10 super chat. I'm American. God bless America. But I have followed this for a year. Can I ask how you think the oil and gas trade through BC working if Alberta exits Canada? Yeah, I'll happily answer that. I think it'll work better than it will.
Yes.
Better than it will now. There's Dutchie's better half. Thank you so much. We love you. We love you guys. You guys are all amazing.
We have the best community. I absolutely
we have
love
the best community on the platform, and you guys are so incredible. And I'm not saying for financial support.
No, absolutely.
We got 900 viewers every Friday, like clockwork,
I love it.
hanging out in this stream. You guys are always here, and you put up with my bitching and moaning.
I know.
So many people are, hey, Fringe, all you do is whine. Well, you know what? I got the best community in the world that gets to listen to it. So what can I say?
And you come back, so it's all good.
It's all good. You know, one thing that's funny when we talk about Alberta, Keith Wilson says in our interview yesterday, he was looking for me around the AGM, but couldn't find me yet. The most Albertan man in the world was moving around. And then he says, and then as soon as he disappears, I see you again. He says, I think there may be a link between Unacceptable Fringe and the most Albertan,
the baseball hat
the
for
most
a cowboy
Albertan
hat?
man in the world. I said, I'm too short. I'm too short to pull off. I'm kind of like Batman, you know. You never see Bruce Wayne and Batman in the room at the same time. No, we will have. I've heard the most Albertan man in the world might make an appearance on this channel at some point. So keep your eyes out for that, folks. Carson gifting 20 unacceptable memberships to the Patriots Club.
Carson.
Thank you so much. That means we've hit 750, folks.
Whoop, whoop.
Another 250 likes, and you're getting a giveaway, and you don't even have to be a member. Somebody's going to pick something for free out of our shop. Get those 250 likes in, folks. Let's go. So here we go. To wrap up, Scott Hayes, let's go Alberta, Alberta independence. We're getting the vote. It's done.
Happening.
It's in sand. It's happening. And even Keith says it's too big now that it's not going to happen. So referendum 2026, official, folks. Whether it's signed off on or not.
It's a matter of when.
It's just a matter of when at this point. So good news for Alberta.
Thank you so much, Mike.
That being said,
he's not a troll.
This week I am going to try my best to cover more federal stuff as well.
Yes.
As Alberta. I know somebody said it when I put out.
Maybe Mrs. Fringe will join in a couple videos.
I think we might get Mrs. Fringe hanging out in a few videos too. I want to start getting her trained a little bit so that she can start doing some videos on this channel.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. But I saw somebody in the comments say, yay, a video that's not Alberta. I can't cover Alberta all the time, folks. I still love Canada.
And you really do try to get a bit of everything out there. It's just, it's...
Well, we had a video today about digital ID and what it's doing with our healthcare stuff, and it got flagged and pulled yet again, folks. That's the joy. I think what we're going to do is start.
I don't really like the truth getting out there.
Well, I've got a pitch to give to this audience. First off, I got to hit up. It's Mike, not a troll, by the way.
I did say thank you.
Gifting an unacceptable Fringe membership to the Patriots Club. Thank you. I'll say it as well. John, thank you for becoming a new member of the Patriots Club. No grift here, folks. Just a pitch. I have always said that I don't like putting things behind a paywall, but I am currently looking into a Subscribe Star where I can upload my content. So if anything gets pulled, the content is still there. Folks would have to buy a membership to get in there. It goes more towards the channel than anything does on this channel. And if you came to Subscribe Star, maybe we talked to Matt about doing once a month, unedited, uncut, off the chains podcast.
You can see real rants between the two of them.
Real rants, unfiltered, all the language, talking about jabs without the censorship, all the good stuff, folks. And I don't want to put it behind a paywall, but it would support the channel and it would allow us to have it on their servers. If you want to see that content, if you would support that content, because this community is the most important to me. I don't care what other people say about grifting or however it goes. If you guys want that access, throw a one up in the chat.
Yeah.
And let me know if you want that.
YouTube is really trying to hide things right now and unsubscribe people.
Well, and again, if this channel gets censored and goes away, I can still upload there because it's a member-driven initiative. So if you want to support the channel monthly, throw
just
a one in the chat.
And
I'll look into it further. But I don't want to do it and seem like I'm putting things behind a paywall.
Not. No.
I don't want people thinking, hey, now that we're popular, we're going to start charging. Yeah. That's not how it goes.
No.
And then maybe we take the proceeds for something beneficial.
100%.
We'll see. Maple Kitty, wow, I'm always here.
We love that you're always here.
Thank you so much. $2 super chat from Jankor. Rempel on Diab, genius on Haiju. Oh, are we talking about when Rempel kind of blasted the committees about the temporary foreign workers this week? I thought that was amazing. Look at all those ones.
Wow.
Look at all those ones. People want the unfiltered. People want the unfiltered content.
It would be unreal to see these two rats.
Look at all those ones. Look at all those ones. There's a 2. We'll take that as a no. We'll take that as a no. That's okay. You're allowed to
No, it's fine because we're still going to have videos on YouTube. It would just be the unfiltered.
We'll call it unfiltered Fringe.
And anything that has to be removed or taken down, we'll put those videos over there too.
Yeah, it would be a great place to catalog videos that get pulled so that you guys can still check them out by some way, shape, or form. And then again, for extra support. And again, we'll do something for beneficial, for charity, because I don't need to get paid, folks. You guys watching YouTube content does enough, but we'll put up an extra tier that gives people special access to an unfiltered once a month show from Matt and I. And if it gains steam, we'll start doing it weekly, maybe.
And I know a lot of people are not able to afford it, but we'll still be here on YouTube.
Somebody says your own site. So I did have my own site at one point. That was Unacceptable Fringe Books. Yep. It's too expensive to run the servers for all of that stuff. I don't have the money or the financing for that, so I would use, I've been told Subscribe Star, is a little less censorship when it comes to things other than Patreon or anything like that. And it allows people to support the channel directly.
You got sidetracked. You didn't finish answering the question for Oil Through
BC. On Oil Through BC. I was just getting to it. Sorry, Steve. Sorry, I was just getting to it.
ADD is like wild.
Thank you again for the reminder, but I was getting to it. Here's the thing about Alberta separating. I get sidetracked so easily, but here's the thing about if Alberta separates, here's how it would benefit even more. People talk about Alberta being landlocked, and it's the most laughable argument somebody tries to put against the idea of independence. I'm always going to say separation, but it's independence.
Independence.
As soon as we gain our independence, our product goes up overnight in value, our land goes up overnight in value, and the need for all goes up overnight in value. Essentially, all we're doing is becoming that necessary component that the rest of the country needs, but mistrusts or misuses all the time and doesn't give any attention to.
Yep.
So when BC needs to get their products to market once Alberta leaves, well, guess what, folks? The rail system that was built long, long ago runs through Alberta. Now, we are not allowed to deny them access to that rail system. However, we could put charges or tariffs or anything like that on their
True.
products that were going to come through Alberta and move forward into Saskatchewan, which would probably follow Alberta very quickly if we left. It would have to go through Manitoba and get to those in Eastern Canada. So if BC didn't want to lose their shirts, they would have to come to the table and do a deal with Alberta, granting us access to our pipelines, access to tidewaters, no tanker bans. Keep in mind, folks, there's only a tanker ban on Canada. The US still ships its oil through the coast of BC on a regular basis.
Yep.
So instantly overnight, Alberta has the cards at the table to start saying quid pro quo, which if you don't know Latin, it's something for something. We start telling BC, well, you're going to need to get your products to other people. We need to get our oil to other people. So we're just going to agree that we can each do our thing. However that deal goes through, folks, we negotiate with British Columbia. And keep in mind, Canada still needs our oil and gas products.
Yep.
Canada still needs our beef, a lot of our products that come out of the province. How many teachers, doctors, service workers, when they find out there's little to no income tax, no GST, and 30% of their wages are instantly garnered by coming to Alberta. How many people are going to flee to Alberta thinking, I'm going to get the job of a lifetime out there? Everything's going to be
There
booming.
will be work.
It's not just the oil industry.
No.
It's not just the oil industry. We sat in my daughter's school for teacher conferences the other night, and the teachers were complaining because they said, well, your daughter says you're on YouTube. Yep, yeah, we do YouTube. What do you do on YouTube again? Politics. Oh, so do you know the premier? Yes, in fact, we were in her office 2 weeks ago. Oh, well, all she has to do is put through a bill that helps us. She's very bitter about it. And I said,
It doesn't work that way.
If you guys really want your money and your services and your schools and everything else, all you have to do is vote for independence.
Yeah.
And guess what? Those billions of dollars stay here and can build your schools. Teachers will be flooding here to work for an extra 30% of their wage, not to mention no income tax in 5 years. The fact that they don't have GST anymore. The fact that they don't have to worry about unions because we'd probably dissolve all that shit the minute we go independent. If you really want that, if you want everything you're asking for, vote for independence.
Yeah.
I know you say it's a small fringe minority, but independence is the only
Mr.
answer.
Eby is not always going to be in charge of BC too.
No.
They could get somebody else in there that really does want to work with Alberta. Like, things are going to change throughout Canada once Alberta does leave.
Derek found out that Ottawa's buying Virginia
That
beef.
is insane.
It's crazy, but here's the thing. They're just doing that as a middle finger to us.
Oh, of course they are.
I'll say it, and I've heard that there's good beef in Texas, but I'll tell you right now, nobody does Alberta beef better. Or, well, nobody does beef better than Alberta.
Yeah.
I got tongue-tied there. Alberta beef is the way to
The
go.
best beef.
We got the best cows. We also got the best cowbell.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
How? Cowbell. Guys, I gotta get some honorable mentions. Boy, they poured through. Scott, let's go Alberta. Alberta Independence, 279. Thank you so much. What do we got here? Steve says, don't forget UN Charter, access to Tidewater. Yeah, so that, but much like us not being able to deny access via rail, they can't deny that.
They can't landlock
But
us.
again, the negotiations would be, look, your lives are going to get a lot more difficult. Your finances, look what Trump's doing with the tariffs in the United States. It would just be the same thing. We're going to put a tariff on everything coming through, and we're going to reduce the output that we give you. Don't forget the energy.
You want to see how much power we have? Just wait.
Do you guys know how much energy we give to British Columbia right now? We'd simply shut the switch off and say, you guys can figure that one out for yourselves, okay? Maybe go to the United States and ask them what they're going to do for you. Not going to happen. They, again, like Keith says, that politicians have to follow even if they don't like it, if they want to keep their jobs. The politicians in BC would have to do the same thing.
Yep.
Well, everybody's going to fire me if I don't get a deal with Alberta. I better make it work.
Yeah.
Paniner, new member. Thank you so much. Maple Kitty, $7 super chat. Once our own country, international law states, no country can deny a landlocked country try access to Tidewater.
Yes.
Yes. What he said. Thank you for the donation. Mr. Biggs, $5 donation. Do lengthy rat inspections on tariffs and all road and rail traffic until we get pipelines to Kitimat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, independence changes a lot of things. It fixes
does,
a lot of problems. It's it makes steak cheap again. I wish. You know, if you guys really want to know how to do it, we do steak quite often in this house. We're not rich, and I'll tell you how you do it. Go to Costco and I know a lot of people say, well, I don't have this kind of money. If you save it up, you only need to do it about once a year. Take a $300, $300 to $400 budget and buy a huge strip loin. Go home, cut it into steaks, buy a vacuum sealer. A vacuum sealed steak will last in the freezer for up to 1 year without any issues. You can cut your own steaks. You usually get about, 12 to 15, depending on your cuts. Last you a while. Or start sourcing out farms to get your own steaks cut, because usually they'll give you a better deal on half a cow or things like that.
Yeah, a quarter cow. I know my cousin was doing it here in Alberta.
He was doing half cows for what, 2,500 for half a cow, 12 for a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is a lot of meat.
Yeah, buy from locals. I just did a great campaign with Growing from the Ground Up.
Yep.
If you guys don't know about them, we're going to be doing another campaign with them in the new year.
Yep.
So keep your eyes open for that. Growing from the Ground Up also has all that stuff. You guys can go get things from them direct farm to table, folks. No grocery store in the middle. And the prices are pretty damn good. So I'd go recommend checking them out as well. Yep. Get a big deep freeze. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Vacuum sealer is the key. You need a vacuum sealer so that whatever you're freezing lasts.
Yeah.
It's a godsend, folks. I never even knew about that because I always buy fresh. Anytime I was barbecuing, I'm like Gordon Ramsay. It's always got to be fresh. I don't know if you guys can tell, I eat a lot of barbecue. but one of the teachers I was talking to says, no, you don't need to buy fresh. Vacuum seal it. You won't get freezer burn. It's good for up to a year, no matter what you're freezing. I think a vacuum sealer is what, like $60?
It's a good investment.
Good investment. Lori, becoming a member for 3 months. Thank you so much. Moved here from Ontario 2 years ago just to be with like-minded people. Love it here and will never look back. I love that you love it here.
Yes.
I've told people, even if we don't get the independence vote, folks, there's no place like Alberta.
No,
it's
really
better
isn't.
than anywhere else in Canada. I mean, scenery-wise, BC is better, but you got to deal with EB. I wouldn't want to do that. Maple Kitty, $14 super chat. Just got my Growing from the Ground Up order, Alberta beef, chicken, and pork. Yeah,
That's
Maple
awesome.
Kitty sent me his receipts. He got a massive order from them.
That's awesome.
And expressed to me how affordable it was and how amazing it was. I'm glad to hear it, and I look forward to working for them in the future again.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to Q&A. We're over our time slots, but let's get to Q&A because you guys have been doing good. Where are the likes at? Can somebody update me as I hydrate? Can somebody tell me where the likes are at? Let's see where the likes are at. Let's see where we're at. We got to be close. 826. 164 votes, guys. Can we get it done? 164 likes. I'd like to do a giveaway. I would like to do a giveaway tonight. Nobody's doing the truffle shuffle. No, not even Matt. Not even Matt. Let's get to Q&A. I'll try and get to as many questions as I can. Again, the chat's moving quick. No, I absolutely will not. There's Matt. I will absolutely will not. There
I'll pay to see that.
It's free to hit the like button.
Yeah.
Just smash that like button. Let me try and find a question for the Q&A. Mike says, I need this win. There we go. Did you see Carney? Yes. Oh, here's a good one. Did you see Carney with Trump today at the World Cup draw? I did. And it's funny. I'll pull it up for you guys. He wouldn't even get... he wouldn't even associate with him. He wouldn't talk to him.
Really? Trump or Carney?
Trump didn't even want to... Here it is.
You're not sharing.
No, I'm going to bring it up.
Okay.
I'm going to bring it up. If you missed it, in case you missed it,
I did.
people will have to rewrite their questions when I say I'm ready for the next one because I've got this coming up. Here we go. Trump and Carney. You can tell. Look at the tension. You can see that Mark's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And Trump just kind of, yeah. Trump kind of he's talking to other people, right? Giving them the thumbs up. Carney's like, "Hey, can you pay attention to me?" He says, "What's the point? I don't want to talk to you." He just completely shuts him down. Look, he's waving other people, thumbs up. Hey, great. I don't care about Carney. He says, why would I talk to you? Why we need like body language people, like those people who analyze this stuff to come in.
I think you can clearly see Trump wants nothing to do with him.
There was another clip showing him sitting with Carney and his wife, and people are saying, look, he'd rather talk to his own wife. Trump would rather talk to his wife than Mark Carney. I'd rather talk to his wife too. I wouldn't want. I mean, she's a lot better looking than Mark Carney's wife. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But who wants to talk to Mark Carney or she-devil that she's with, Gary Busey, there that she's with? I mean, who would want Carney as a friend? I mean, yeah.
It would take him long to stab you in the back, or.
All right, we're 115 likes away from a giveaway, folks. Get it going.
And there's no questions. Nobody wants to ask anything.
Let's get another. Let's get another question going. Maple Kitty, is Mrs. Fringe Lori's show still happening now that she's moved out? We don't know. We're gonna have to readjust that. Regardless, Mrs. Fringe is getting her own channel, showing videos one way or another.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll figure something out. Lori's moving out this weekend, so we get the basement.
She got
back.
a new amazing
opportunity.
job, which is awesome for her. And we'll see.
We'll see how things go. Let's try and find another question in the Q&A. Anybody who missed their question, get it in there. Again, the chat keeps moving after I answer one question, so anybody who was throwing them in there,
beep, beep, beep.
Once I answer one, I can't get back to it. Give Liberal Dog his own channel? No. Hell no. Hell no.
All he wants to do is destroy the set.
Where do babies come from? Check the internet. They'll tell you. Greg Wilson, what is she doing? Stuff, things.
Yeah, working.
Can't really tell you. I don't want to divulge Lori's personal business. She got a good job in oil and gas. That's all I'll say.
I'm so happy for her.
Very happy for her. Let's find another Q&A. Let's find it. Do you think Putin will make it to Christmas? I can't really talk about those things because I could be inciting violence, but we'll just say we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
It's only a few weeks away.
Conservative race in January 26th. Thoughts? Okay, so a lot of rumors were circulating this week that Danielle might be trying to throw her hat in the ring to run up against Pierre Poilievre. I'm never going to say never because with the crazy shit that's happened in the last 10 years, who knows where things are going to go these days. I don't think that's going to be the case, despite the rumor mill. But I think things are going to go fine. I think Pierre's doing fine. I think that, again, with this MOU, the benefit of the MOU is that Carney has pissed off all the woke liberals within his party.
He has.
There's rumors that more people are going to leave his caucus, that there's more people stepping down. He can't hold it together. He couldn't get a deal done. His budget's a disaster. He can't even stand in the House of Commons and answer a question.
He's not even a year in, and he is failing
He
so bad.
runs away more than Justin Trudeau. I mean, things are crumbling, and it's only benefiting the Conservatives. What Pierre needs now, he just got a new PR manager. I think what he needs to do is start putting himself out there and start gaining back some of that charisma.
Yep.
And it's not me who says this, folks. I was talking with people the other day that are close to politics, people that I talk to on a daily basis about them. And they even said, like, you don't really cover Pierre anymore. And I said, ever since that election, like, he's kind of toned it down. He's lost his luster a bit. Like, I love Pierre, but he's really given me nothing to work with here. Like,
No, he came out with that speech he was doing where he was trying to be a comedian. It just wasn't. It's just.
Yeah, and like Derek says,
for
I think PP's still solid too. But he needs to give me something to work with. I'm a content channel. I need content from Pierre. He's got to bounce back.
He's not doing it.
I liked what he did at the correspondent dinner last week. He still got it.
No.
The comedy was great. I thought it was great.
It's just be a comedian then. Like, it just.
I thought it was great.
Quit your day job.
I thought he was great. Rage and becoming a new member. Thank you so much. Good to see you back on that members list. How much are you donating to the vets? I'll match your donation, says Willie Bob.
Wow.
Well, we're already at. So what I have to do is wait for YouTube to take their cut. And they give me that on the payout for December. So I won't know it until the end of December. But once they take their cut, I think we're currently at about $3,000, somewhere around there. Whatever comes in between now and the 19th.
Yeah.
Was it the 19th I said?
Yes.
I think it was the 19th.
It was the 19th.
Which is a Friday.
Yeah.
or Friday, because I'll need time to make the donation out of my account once I start calculating how everything goes. I'll do so when I said it. We wait until the end of the month. Yes, I wait for my YouTube payout at the end of the month. But I'm trying to keep track as best as I can.
Yep.
I'll be throwing in as well.
Oh yeah.
So my end of the donation will probably be just whatever we've accumulated, and then whatever YouTube takes off is whatever it cost me to donate. Thank you for that offer. That's an amazing offer. Yeah. I'll be stating where I'm donating to those vets as well. So if anybody wants to match, I'll let you know where to go to do that. Although that's a lot of money to match. My God. If you'd like to fund Unacceptable Fringe too.
No.
Apparently I can be bought and paid for by Danielle and her friends. So come on over.
No, you can't. 914. Wow.
PJ is waiting for you to add him to your show. Where's PJ? Is PJ in here? Is PJ in here? I like Pierre, but he goes. If he goes down, I'd like to see Michael Barrett take over. Barrett could be a good one. Yeah. Is PJ in here? Or is that a troll? Is that my channel is hacked? I don't think so. What's the official Alberta separation song? I've seen. I don't have the name of it, but I've seen it.
Oh, is there one?
Well, John Bolton put one out that he said was official. APP needs you more. There you go.
Yes,
yes.
do.
Yeah. Well, if APP wants to cut me a check too, I don't see PJ in here anywhere. Is somebody just BSing me?
Maybe.
PJ is not here. That's just a fan. Okay. No. Oh, PJ's waiting to be invited, like for a later show. Okay, I thought you meant he was in the stream. Okay. Sorry. What is it? I'm getting Tim Waltz disease. I'm turning retarded. Oh my God, I'm turning retarded. I'll give PJ an invite. We'll do a show. We'll do a stream together and we'll talk. A lot of people think that I had a problem with PJ.
Oh, absolutely no.
After calling out, look, we got to be careful. We got to watch what we're doing. Again, the attacks are coming out.
We're all we're on the same side.
I
not
like
against anybody.
I like PJ, and I've even told people since then, please go and subscribe to PJ if you want another perspective. Get all your information from all these places, folks, and then do what you will with it. That's all I try to hear. I understand that this community is quite large and much like those who run it. But look, my goal is that you guys have the tools you need to make the best decisions possible. I tell my kids the same thing because when we go to premier's offices and when they're around their dad talking politics, they think they know what they want to do with politics. And I always tell them, I do not want to influence you. As long as you never vote Liberal, for God's sake.
Just get your facts, get your information, be informed.
Know what you stand for. Know the policies you want. Know what suits your lifestyle. Have all the facts. Have all the details. Make the best decision you can.
Yes.
And if we agree to disagree, so be it.
Yeah.
We're adults. We can do that.
With everybody.
I don't agree with anybody. Unless, of course, you back Nenshi. Then it just,
I'm sorry, I cut ties.
You should probably go get Adobe. Get Adobe because I hear they make really good PDF files. Tony with a $10 super chat. How many subscribers do you have to date? We're just under 150,000. I think we're at 149,400, somewhere around there.
YouTube really does not want you to get over the 150 mark. Every time he gets close, they shut him down a little bit.
All week long. As soon as it hit 149,250, they purge 100 subs. Then it hit 149.3. They purged 150.
It's insane.
They all went back up the next day. People were telling me they were being unsubscribed without their knowledge. And then all of a sudden it goes back up to around the 300 mark. Another purge hits every day like clockwork, usually around noon.
Yeah.
Our time. It just, you go in to start checking, how are the videos doing today? And holy crap, I've lost a ton of my audience. And I'm going, I couldn't have pissed them off that bad.
No.
That bad.
YouTube is screwing you up so bad.
I've had some doozies over the last couple of years where people have walked away from the channel.
Yeah.
But if you know, April Fools is the key word to that one. But nothing like that.
No.
A.W. Bennett says, Fringe, you should have a combined show with PJ and John Bolton. I'd love to have them on. I'm good friends with John. I consider him a friend. I consider PJ a friend. I'll see if I can make it happen. We'll do it. You know, I'll admit, there is, really is a risk that some people think of. I'm a bit of a selfish jerk when it comes to people from other channels, because it's like you open a pizza place, you don't invite the other pizza place to come in and show you their pizza.
But you do a lot different that people can't copy.
But I do enjoy, look, we
you are
promote the channels
special.
enough. I don't mind having them in. But I know a lot of people in the community watch that community as well. Yeah, we know YouTube's screwing it over. Again, my videos, like, so usually the videos get pushed out at a certain rate. Not even doing, they're getting like a year and a half ago numbers on my videos, because they're getting completely smothered and pushed down. I usually get about 300 emails a day from the channel's email address. I'm getting up to 500 now of people saying, I wasn't informed your video dropped. I didn't get my notifications.
I was unsubscribed.
I was unsubscribed. What's happening to the channel? And YouTube tells me every single time, hey, we can't handle you saying that they have the issue. They have to come on into their account and ask YouTube support to fix it. They try running me through the ringer.
Oh.
And people say, go to Rumble.
Excuse after excuse.
Well, people say, go to Rumble, go elsewhere. Look, folks, I'm donating all these super chats. I got to get paid somehow to keep the lights on. So the views, YouTube pays me for those.
Kind of pays the bills.
Rumble does not.
Yeah.
So I can't go to Rumble. I'm sorry, I can't split my audience until Rumble gets that end together.
Oh, yeah.
You did the Independence show with John Bolton. Yeah, John's a great guy. I like John. Good morning. I like John in his big blue coffee mug that he's got right there, nice and warming in at 4:45 in the morning. Who doesn't love John Bolton? He's a good guy.
Yeah.
A lot of people say his opinions stifle. Hell, I called him out on one show once. But again, we're all adults.
Derek,
right?
reach out to Trump and ask him to deal with YouTube. If it was that easy to just reach out to him.
You have only so many likes and a bunch of subscribers. How is that?
Yep.
The numbers don't jive. Are not all your subscribers not watching every time? No. You'll find on YouTube, and there's a good question actually. So let's give you a little YouTube tutorial here. With YouTube, what happens is you get what's called a lot of dead subscribers. There's people who subscribe to a channel and they start watching other channels and they forget that you're even subscribed, or they don't have their notification bell turned on, and then maybe after a while they'll check back in, or they only watch videos once or twice a week, or things like that. People have different viewing habits.
Yep.
Not everybody watches videos all at once.
Day,
in fact,
no.
I still get alerts for comments on videos that came out 2 years ago that people are watching about.
I want to see where Steve is. He's firing up the barbecue.
COVID-related stuff.
He
Yeah,
made me want steak.
So it's weird how YouTube works. But no, you usually have an in and out door of about 20 to 30,000 at this level that are rotating in and out all the time. So while your channel says you've got 150,000 subscribers, you've maybe only got about 30 to 50,000 dedicated viewers. If you need to see more of those metrics, go look at a channel that has like over 1 million subscribers and look at their video counts. Their videos might get 120,000 views, things like that. And it's because of that 10% audience. I usually say the 10% metric is the good one to work with.
Yep.
When it comes to YouTube. It's that's how it is. Yeah, everybody's penny pinching right now. That's why I always say watching the videos from beginning
and liking it
to end.
That's more than enough support for us right now.
Even if you don't like what I'm saying, folks, just run it and put it on mute and come back in a few minutes.
I used to do that in the office all the time.
Leave a like and a comment and share it out. That's it. Costs you nothing. And I get paid. I can continue making content for you. And it didn't cost you nothing. Nothing but your time. Somebody says almost there. We only need 60 more likes.
We're not going to get there.
Let's take one more Q&A and see if we can get those 60
one more.
Likes.
Are we having a Christmas meet and greet? Probably not.
Crazy Legs. I watch your show every morning, but I also have a guilty pleasure for reaction videos. Well, if you want to react, just watch me calling out Danielle or not calling out Danielle and read the comments. See people losing their shit.
Right? The reaction is in the comments.
You're flip-flopping so much. Oh my God, I can't follow you anymore. Oh, this channel. Oh my God, Fringe. Why don't you talk about something else like Nicaragua? Or why don't you talk about cats? I like cats.
Please, Derek, tell us how you really feel.
I'm not going to talk about cats. Kevin with a $2 super chat. Can Elon Musk buy and liberate YouTube? Boy, wouldn't that be nice.
Please, wouldn't that be amazing?
God, yes.
Ugh.
God, yes. No, we won't be doing a Christmas meet and greet. I talked on Wednesday about the troubles we had with the doxing, the police, everything else. I'm taking a break from those things for a while for safety reasons.
Maybe we'll wait till it gets a little warmer.
Yeah, we'll wait for it to get a little warmer.
Mrs. Fringe doesn't like the cold.
Do you think Trump will help us with independence? Never say. That's all I'm going to. Never say never. Nothing is definitive unless it's in writing. That's the way I always say, folks. Which is again why we ran the Danielle article this week. If it's in writing, that's usually when it's concrete. So I know in places like Texas, a handshake counts as a binding agreement. However, my rule of thumb in life: nothing means nothing unless you got it in writing. That's how I run my life, folks. Rob, $2 super chat. Is Canadian reporter credible? Is that the guy that does all the AI stuff? Anybody who's doing AI jargon, I'd get away from it. The chopping up of the channels, they're in it just to get money. That's it. They're not interested in getting you news or information. They're all AI slop channels, and they're going to put guys like us out of business. Because all it is just diced up content from each of the channels under fair use.
Yeah.
I wouldn't waste your time with any of those guys. Any of the AI stuff. I can't even watch it. People send me links to those videos all the time, and as soon as I find it's AI, can't watch it. Can't do it. Because all that is somebody in their basement telling AI, find all these videos, chop them up, and put them out. They're not even doing any work.
No.
Yeah, I hate the AI slot block and report every time they pop up.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, see, the AI channels that keep saying Alberta's trying to join America, don't listen to those.
No.
I got a lot of American viewers, and they often come in here and tell me I'm confused because I've watched these other channels. I will never, well, I won't say never. I have in the past, but I'm trying my best to be reformed and not bash other YouTubers, but I will do my best to only bash AI slop YouTubers. Stay away from that shit. Get right away from it. Yeah, it's all AI crap.
Yeah.
Yep. What is it J. Jonah Jameson said? Crap, double crap, extra crap. I can't do anything with this. Donald J. Trump and Vance will support an independent Alberta. 47 does not respect Canada's wokeness. I think we're kind of jiving on the same lines there. I think they will. Canadian reporters AI made, then don't get on it.
Yeah.
Don't listen to it. That's kind of the problem too. When you look at YouTube now, like a lot of people say, hey, you got all these subs and nobody's watching. Have you seen how many political commentators there are on YouTube now?
Oh, they just keep popping up all over the place.
They're like cockroaches. They just come out of everywhere. It's like, hey, I can do that. And then they jump. And I'm not saying they shouldn't. People have the right to make whatever content they want. But back in the day, even when I got on, I thought it was late in the game. You had Clickbait Baby. You had myself, the pleb. Some guy who does nothing, and Northern Perspective. Those were the and Viva. Yeah. Those were the mains. And then all of a sudden, we started to see other guys like Elevate came out, and all of a sudden jumped up the charts on everybody's radar. You had Canadian Shield come out, and John Bolton, all these other channels that started surfacing, and I don't have a problem with any of them, folks.
And more.
But they all just kind of shot out all at once with hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to have all these other things going on. Don't know what happened there. You know, one Canadian commentator I don't see anymore, MCGA, good old Spencer. What happened to Spencer? What happened to Spencer? Where did Spencer go? I don't know. Shame.
Pissed off the wrong people, I think.
Jasmine Lane. Yeah, but Jasmine had a podcast before she started YouTube.
Yeah.
Very successful podcast as well. She was also in...
and Moose, yep.
Moose on the Loose, yes. Sorry, I should have mentioned... See, this is the problem. There's so many. There's so many. You sometimes miss one. Spencer hasn't been on for 5 months. Yeah, gee, that's a shame. That's a shame.
Now everybody's talking about steak.
He got canceled. Yeah, he got canceled. He got canceled, all right.
Hit the like button. I'm the winner already.
Yeah, I know what's going on. I know what's going on with Northern. A lot of people talk with what's going on with it. Yeah. I think they were well within their right. I'll tell you right now, if somebody made comments about my wife the way he did and talked about my kids that way, suing him would be the least of his problems. Yeah. I'll tell you that. And that's a guy who called me fat and retarded for 4 hours to coax me onto one of his live streams. I am telling you right now, there were a lot of YouTubers that took qualm with what Northern did. No, I support what they did. I think it's fantastic. If somebody's going to defame you like that, get out of here. Get out of here. Way out of bounds. Way out of bounds. You can attack a YouTuber. People can call me fat, ugly, nasty, smelly, whatever they want to do. You don't touch their families. You don't go after their kids. You
That's low.
don't pull that shit. Mark Slapinski, oh my God, that guy's cancer. That guy's cancer. Mark Slapinski wanted to come on this channel one time just so he could scream at me. Just so he could scream at me. I made it very clear.
Oh, I'm going to come.
Do not come.
Should I do it?
Do not come.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah, no, I told him, do not come. You're not coming on the channel. No way. I wouldn't invite that in a million years. Not in a million years. Mark Nixon is awesome. Again, he was in the Alberta legislature, recognized by them this week. I thought that was fantastic. Shout out to Mark Nixon. I always give Mark a lot of compliments on this channel, yet he always comes into the comments and says, Derek's great. I haven't seen you say it in a video, Mark. Could you promote the Fringe for 5 minutes? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I get along with Mark. I talk to Mark in the background. He's a nice guy. Is Diagolon a thing or no? I don't know. I think they're doing something. I don't know what they're doing these days. I don't know.
I don't watch enough YouTube to actually know. That bad?
Yeah, you know what it is? I'm so into let me explain how my days work. I get up early, I take my kids to school, I come home and I'm instantly on Twitter, news sites, news feeds, anything I'm following to get stories for what we're going to talk about throughout the day. Start fact checking, start making calls, emails.
You're working, I'm cleaning.
Then I'll jump on and film a video. If something big happens, I'll get on and film that too. And then before I know it, it's 3 o'clock. I got to start getting ready to go pick the kids up from school with Mrs. Fringe, get things ready. Usually there's swimming lessons or dinner or something like that involved. And then Wednesdays and Fridays, it's a live stream. So the day goes very quickly that I don't really have a lot of time to watch YouTube. I think the only time I really watch YouTube is if
in the evenings.
I sit down because I watch this channel called Vegas Matt. I like Vegas Matt. He's got a great channel where he gambles literally every day. And sometimes he spends $250,000 and loses it in a day. It's fun to watch.
Insane.
I'm not a gambler, but I like watching Vegas Matt because it makes me not want to gamble.
I would love to win.
Maple Kitty, Moose is actually an ally from Stettler, Alberta.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he is. He's from Alberta. He's a great guy. I like David. Don't have a problem with David. I think he's great. I was banned from talking in Northern Perspective. Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that, Panina. Again, I don't manage their channel, so...
we didn't have anything to do with it.
I guess that's unfortunate.
Sorry.
That's unfortunate. It's Mike. I'm not a troll. $2 super chat.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm going to come. Oh.
Did we get the likes, folks?
I don't think so. We're at
Did
986.
KG watches Vegas Matt as well. I like Vegas Matt. He's going to fire it in there.
I'm a little annoyed.
Well, here's the thing. People say they have no sense of humor. That's why you come here, because I goof off. I wear the wacky clothes. I got the toys in arcades.
I love your clothes.
A lot of people like my Trump. They like when I goof off. They like when I talk like this because I'm going to come. They like it. But Northern is an educational channel for those who want...
Everybody does something different.
Everybody does something different. If you want the explanations and the in-depth coverage, you go to Northern Perspective. If you want a goof off and a jerk off to tell you about politics, you come here, right? If you want a little more comedy, maybe you trickle over to the pleb whenever he's making content. I don't even know if he's still making content or not. I hope he is. If you want, to fall asleep, you go watch some clickbait. I don't know. Either way. Everybody offers something different, and I always say we're all on the same side. The important thing is you're getting your information. I give a shout out to Ryan and Tanya any chance I get. I think they're great. I think what they're doing is great. I've learned a lot about politics that I didn't know simply from watching their content. So shout out to them. Keep up the good work. If you want comedy, though, folks, that's not where you're going to find it, and it's no slap at them.
Absolutely.
It's just that's not really what they form their channel around.
No.
Marianne, becoming a member for 1 month. Thank you so much. Worst YouTuber The guy that says a boot. Oh,
Do you think that's real, or do you think
she's
that's...
talking about name? I called him a freaking washed up hack.
Do you think he really does that, like for real life?
Magiflip needs.
Or is he just making fun of
what's
Canadians?
that idiot's name?
I don't know.
He's got like 1 million subs too. He says a boot.
I mean, people don't really talk about
JJ McCullough.
There you go.
JJ McCullough. Can't stand him. Can't stand. I want to put a steel trap over his mouth.
There you go, JJ.
Oh my God, I can't stand him. Every time he says a boot, it's like giving Canadians a bad name. Get out of here.
Horrible. Like,
Nobody says a boot.
no.
He's literally the only Canadian I know that says a boot.
I think he's doing it on purpose.
Every time I go on vacation to America, good old America. By the way, we're going to America in the spring. I'm so excited. Every time I go to America, they're always like, "Can you say a boot? Huh? Is that what you say? Eh?"
No.
And they're like, stop. We don't do that. We don't do that here. We don't run that here. Did we hit 1,000? God, I was running out of things to say. Look, we're only half an hour over our regular time.
You pushed it.
I'm only half an hour over my
Send me
time.
that sweater.
So
And the winner is Mike.
we have our slurs, but that one is stupid. Yeah, we don't say a boot.
No.
I'll be sticking the boots to him if I see him.
I bet you he does it on purpose. I really think
Holy
he does.
crap, you guys. This used to be a cakewalk to get to 1,000. What happened? Are you guys that mad at me? Come on.
What did we
Come
do?
on. Let's do a draw. Let's do a draw. Let's start the old Wheel of Fortuitousness. We'll wrap up this stream. We'll get some good old Fringe gear sent out to somebody. Somebody.
It's past Miss Fringe's bedtime.
Sorry, I just got to set it because it's set for members for when we do
our end of the month draw.
Hurtin' Oil Burton.
Ooh, that is a name.
Hurtin' Oil Burton. Are they still in the chat? Maple Kitty 279. More owners of 1,000. There you go. Thank you so much. Hurtin' Oil Burton. Paniner, thank you for gifting those unacceptable Fringe memberships into the chat. You're amazing. Hurtin' Oil Burton. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up in the chat. Is he in here? Come on, he's got to be in here or we got to redraw.
I do like that name, Oil Burton.
Hurtin' Oil Burton. Jason P. at 279 Super Chat. Thanks, Mrs. Fringe, for her hard work. You're more than welcome. Hurtin' Oil Burton. I'm scrolling through. I gotta find it in here. Do we see it? I'll give him another 10 seconds. Hurtin' Oil Burton. He's gonna be hurting if he doesn't get in.
He is.
Where is he? Or she? Do you have to be on the comment in order to be on the list to win a draw? No.
Nope.
No, it knows that you're in here. Haven't seen him. Okay, we'll redraw. We'll redraw. We'll do it live. We'll do it live, folks. Spin that wheel again. I got to set it to non-members. Hang on. Hang on. Magiflip 6610. Magiflip 6610. I'm trying to pull up his history. Oh, he gave a super chat. He was looking for cowbell.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
There's your late cowbell. I'm so sorry.
There we go.
Magiflip. Congratulations, you're our winner tonight. Head over to Unacceptable Fringe YT at gmail.com. Send me a screenshot if you can.
Oh, you hit another button.
A screenshot if you can of any item you want from our store. T-shirt, whatever you have. Send me your size, the design, the color you want, and all of your shipping information, including phone number. I will delete the email as soon as I've set it up with the shipper. They ask for a phone number in case you're not home.
They send it directly to you, not from us.
Yeah, they have a third-party shipper, and if you're not home, call you to figure out if they're going to get it to you. So send me your full shipping information with a phone number and the item you want, full description. within 24 hours to unacceptablefringeyt@gmail.com. Big shout out to our winners. We also have that same email applies for Dutchie and Dutchie's significant other. Send me the email for your significant other if you haven't already as well, with what you want. And thank you again for all the support you guys have given for our vet. We also have a late member joining us before we clear out of here. Peyton Brown. No, that's not Peyton from Winnipeg, is it? That's not my buddy Peyton, is it? Peyton Brown becoming a new member. Did Peyton jump in here?
It looks like his baby.
Peyton's one of my oldest friends. Finally joining the Fringe. I think that's Peyton. Peyton, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Regardless,
so much.
thank you. Thank you for supporting our veterans. Again, every super chat that came in tonight, any super thanks that come in after the stream as well, folks, or on videos throughout the week, all of those.
And merch sales.
Book sales. If you want to get those booked, folks, if you enjoy the Prime Minister's Story tonight, head over to Amazon, get your gifts for Christmas. Again, all profits, all super chats, everything going to our vets this Christmas, all the way till December 19th. I want to thank everybody who came in here. Thank you for allowing me to bitch and moan about everything going on with Danielle and putting up with my stupid ass.
It just makes
all
the week
long.
better just coming in here, doesn't it?
We're all growing together, folks. I promise. I'll try to do better. I'm only human. Stick with me. I'm going to give you the news you need. It's coming tomorrow. Keith Wilson interview tomorrow morning, dropping 9 p.m. Pacific or 9 a.m. Pacific.
I can't stop yawning.
11 Central. You'll want to see Keith's video. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out. From Mrs. Fringe and myself, we'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Have a great night.